It's a beautiful day at Willow Beach. Join me while we dive the Colorado River below Hoover Dam. I'm Russell with Mission Scuba, and welcome back. And today I'm out here in the Colorado River, and man, it is a glorious day. The weather's beautiful, it's July 2022, and man, you couldn't ask for a nicer day. I'm right here at a hot springs. It's a beautiful place to park because there's a huge cliff overhang, so it's nice and shady until about noon. The hot springs are beautiful. The water coming out of there is like 95 or 100 degrees. River water is like 54 degrees. So where the two meet, it's like a comfy 75 degrees, and it's wonderful. So I'm parked out here today. And the reason I'm in the river today is because the water levels at Lake Mead have been going down drastically this year. They've been going down for years and years, but this year especially, the water levels have gone way down. And as a result of that, the National Park Service has closed all but one launch ramp up there in Lake Mead, and that's Hemingway. And right now, Hemingway is just a gradual incline. So I'll have the car and the trailer, when I'm trying to launch the boat, the car and the trailer are all the way in the water, but the boat is still 6 inches out of the water. So I can't even launch at Lake Mead right now. And because of that, in March, we took the boat down and stuck it in a slip at Willow Beach, and it's been there since March. So I've been diving every couple weeks down here and loving it. The diving is different than what I do at Lake Mead. Lake Mead, we can get super deep, and I can go all over the place up there. Down here in the river, the deepest you can get is maybe 70 feet, and you got to watch out for a lot of boat traffic and everything else. Navigation is fairly tough, but it's been great. I really missed Lake Mead, so our secret plan is to make it back there in the fall. And speaking of secret plans, we have a steel guy we work with, and he's making what he calls the Hellcat. He's making it just for me, and it's basically an 8-foot receiver extension that'll extend our hitch 8 feet so we can launch the boat. So I can pull all the way in the water, and the boat will be 8 feet farther out, and hopefully that'll give us enough depth where we can launch the boat. So that's the plan for the fall, in roughly September. We'll see. Meanwhile, the boat's at Willow Beach, and there it's going to stay till at least August or September, so we'll see. But right now it's just beautiful. I'm about a mile below the dam, about 12 miles up from Willow Beach, and it's spectacular. The girls are on paddle boards, and they're paddleboarding up to the dam, and then they're going to come back down, and it's going to be a great day. I've been out here diving every couple of weeks since March, so I have a lot of underwater footage showing what you can see down here in the river. The visibility is just fantastic, and like I said, the water's super cold, so I've been in a dry suit the whole time, and it's been pretty great. Different things down here in the river. Not a lot to see, but the visibility is great, so it's fun all the same. So sit back and relax and watch some of this footage, and I'll be back at the end of these videos to talk a little bit about what we saw. See you soon. and that is the Colorado River. Pretty amazing, huh? The water is just beautiful in there, crystal clear, very cold, like I mentioned. Got to wear my dry suit when I'm in there, but it's a beautiful dive. On that dive, I went up the Nevada side and kind of cruised around there some. Got to this one place where there was a gigantic cliff, like it got kind of dark in the water, and I got down really deep, about 70 feet, and the current was really coming through strong there. So I think it might have been around the bend of a river where the water was kind of etching out the ground by this cliff. So that was pretty great. Got to about 70 feet there. And then started going across the river to get to the Arizona side. And about in the middle of the river, that's where I saw those crawdads. I kind of poked around in there a little bit. And then went over to the Arizona side. And that's where I found that big steel surveying stake. And that was pretty awesome. And I don't know if it really was a surveying marker or not, but that's what it looked like. Tried to rub off the top and see the writing on there, and it looked like it had some government markings. And so I'm either thinking, one, it was some sort of surveying stake from when they were first mapping out this area for Hoover Dam, or the other thought I had is it might have been one of the anchor points they used when they were pulling boats up the river, ferries and such. When they'd get to a part of the river where the current was too strong, they'd sometimes have anchor points, and they would have ropes and pull the ferries along. So who knows what it was, but it's pretty great, definitely old. And that thing was sturdy. It was about a 1-inch diameter and about 18 inches out of the ground, and it was like drilled and hammered right into rock. So it was pretty awesome. So I popped up over there on the Arizona side, took a look around, looked all the way across, and could see the boat way on the Nevada side, and then went back down and came on back. Just a great dive. Loved it. I really miss Lake Mead, but diving in the river is still fun. And so I'm having a good time while I can. And again, we hope to be back in the lake in September, but we'll see. And actually, just this last week, I picked up the Hellcat from my steel guy, and it looks like we're a go for launching the boat back in Lake Mead. So if you like these videos, you like what you see, go ahead and hit subscribe down there at the bottom and join the Mission Scuba family. And if you see me out at the lake or at the river, a lot of times I'm shore diving out there, stop and say hello, look for me, and most of all, dive safe.